Hello YouTube and welcome to another First Impressions video. This time let's talk about the first 4 episodes in Man Oh Soo or Evergreen. Now, the plot of this show is kind of hard to summarize because in these first 4 episodes, not a lot happens. The most interesting part of this show is actually buried, which I find to be an odd choice, and that is the fact that our main male lead can see emotions, kind of like auroras, and they have like a corresponding color. So I think in the show, red means that you're having feelings of love. Now, this ability is one that's inherited, and his family has this connection to this ancient tree whose pollen like enhances emotions. I also get the impression that because this is a family inherited ability that is only given to one heir, but it's not necessarily the oldest. It's like they're chosen by the tree to serve the tree, and I think it's the second or the third episode where it's implied that if you don't serve the tree, you might die. Now, there's so much about this concept that I really want to know more about. Like, I want to know what every color means and its corresponding emotion, and how exactly it works, and how much he can affect people. Like a Cupid, that like if I throw dust in your eyes, you're gonna fall in love with the next person you see, or is it something that can only enhance emotions? But in these first 4 episodes, you're not given enough. They spend the majority of the time in these first 4 episodes establishing the female lead, and I will admit she's a very likable character. She seems very real, and she's a police officer, and I really loved that reveal. It also is like the main breadwinner of her family, and she's like a crazy cat lady. Like, there's a lot of things about her that I did really enjoy, but the writers didn't need to spend almost all 4 episodes to establish her, and because it happened so quickly. Like, they did a very good job in that first episode of making you interested in these characters and in this world. So then the next 3 episodes felt very meandering, like they didn't have a clear purpose. On top of that, the most interesting thing being that he can see emotions and manipulate them is really hidden and like ignored, and a lot of the interactions between characters are very cringy as well. Being a person that's very sympathetically embarrassed, I can't handle a lot of that in shows because it really turns me off. It really makes the viewing experience something unpleasant, even if it's trying to be comedic. On those lines, main male lead, oh my gosh, for someone who can see emotions, he sure doesn't seem to have any. And he also seems to go from like 0 to 100 real quick. They're not even in a relationship. They're not even really friends. And she mentions that she finds another guy attractive, and he starts acting very childish and really butthurt, and I'm just like, dude, get over yourself. So to wrap this up, the first 4 episodes of Man Oh Soo were passable. They were mildly entertaining in my opinion. They would be better if they focused on the most interesting part of the show. Maybe if you're like a noob who hasn't seen the better side of K-dramas, then you might find a lot more enjoyment in this. But for me, I know there's better shit out there that I want to spend my time on. Alright, that's everything for me. Have a good day. Have a good night. Bye!